Good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever and whenever you are. My name is Ben, and welcome to another Let's Pixel video. In this video, I'm going to be creating a character for a YouTube series that I've been thinking about doing, which is kind of a platformer shooter action game. It'll be a simple, small series, but I thought I'd do some of the pixel art to see kind of how that goes and maybe see if I actually want to do that. So I have kind of a reference here. I basically Googled firing stance and then copied down a reference, just a silhouette here, so I can have a reference for my character as to how I want the stance to look when the character is in the game, because I want that to look right. So this is what I've got. I'm going to kind of use this as the base for the character, but this right here is more of a copy of the reference, and it doesn't look very cartoonish. I kind of want the style to be a little bit more cartoonish than this, so I'm really just going to use it as kind of a reference. I'm going to start out doing kind of a similar thing with the outline, not the outline, but the silhouette. I'm going to create a silhouette of the character and get kind of a stance. I want the character to be smaller than this character because I think that will help add to the cartoon feel of the character. So I'm just going to use the outline here to get a basic stance. And let's see. Something like that. A little more cartoonish, obviously, and quite a bit smaller. Then we come up, the character's leaning forwards. I think the important thing of this stance is the fact that the hips are turned kind of like, I guess, facing this. It's not really very easy to see. I feel like the hips are kind of turned this way. So I want to get that same shape here, even in just like a cartoon form. So let's try and get that. And then we kind of lean forward in with the shoulders. And I'm obviously going to mess with proportions here a little bit to make this feel more cartoonish, and that might be a little bit higher than I actually want to go. Let's try that. And then we come forward, and that might be too far forward. We don't want them to feel too off balance. Come down with the arm. And this is going to be the tricky part, is doing this on such a small level. Our character is leaning forward maybe just a bit more than I would like. Still. I want it to feel like the character can move. If you notice in this stance, it feels like the character could start walking a little bit. And this one feels kind of more planted, and I think part of it's this right here, and that feels a little bit better now. Feels like the character can actually move. Obviously a cartoon character is going to have a larger head. That's a very common thing to do with cartoon characters. And that's going to offset the balance of the character a little bit, I think. So it does feel like it's leaning too far forwards now because of that. This is all looking pretty good. Now, in a cartoon character, the gun's probably going to be bigger as well. Everything's just a little bit exaggerated. So I'm going to do that, kind of make the gun quite a bit bigger. And I think I'm to a point where I can start coloring this. Now I haven't decided on colors here, so this is going to be fun. I think maybe I'll do a little bit more of like a red-orange color, simply because it'll help the character to stand out a little bit more. I might go for maybe a little bit into the purple here, just to use a little bit of purple. And this should really help the character to stand out in the world, to use like a red. I don't know how much I'll stick with this color. We'll see. Now I'm going to come a little bit into the purple here, go quite a bit darker, and bring my saturation down. Make sure I get enough contrast here. And this will give us the back arm. Actually looked pretty good to have this come right there. I'm going to see about some darker colors in here as well. It's hard to do exactly what I think will look good in this. That should be good. Okay, I want kind of a darker color that I can use all around as black that's not actually black. And I think I'm going to go for like a blue here for this. And that should give us a color that I can use for that. And I'm just going to use it on the pants here. Just going to fill it in. And then for these, let's come into what would be an interesting color? I don't know, maybe a little bit towards that color for the highlights here. And I have to kind of decide which leg is going to be the front and which leg is going to be the back. And in the current stance, I'm going to actually look at my Google. Oh, I don't know if I have the same image up anymore. It looks like generally this is the back leg. So I lost my color because I did that. That's okay. So if that's the back leg, I don't know how much highlights I want on it. Because I'll actually want more on this front leg right here. And we'll probably end up doing some adjustments to this anyways. But that should be good to get started. Let's do, I think, a hat on this character. Because it's so small, I think a hat could really help to give our character some more character and maybe a little more color too, because we can go, I don't know, since we've got red here, it would be interesting to do kind of a green. But maybe give our blue tones a little bit more love actually, and come just closer to green with it, like there. That could be interesting. Kind of looks like a military hat because it's flat on top a little bit. I don't know. It's just what I'm thinking. And then let's do trying to decide. Wait, what happened there? There we go. And we'll do hand like that. It's pretty good. I feel like we've lost some of the stance a little bit. I don't know if it's because the head doesn't come far enough forwards. It might need to come a little bit farther forwards. Just feels like we lost some of the leaning in the stance somewhere along the line. That's not too bad. I think we can go with that. Okay. And the cap I did is a good one, but man, it sure looks terrible right now, I think. I don't know why it looks so bad. We have to remember too, because the way that, I guess I'm just kind of mocking this up, but if I do end up making this into some sort of a series, I've got to remember to make it so that we can rotate this arm around. So let's get our dark blue again here. Use it in these places. And for the gun, I'm going to go green would be kind of cool. We want to go really low saturation, but still have some color in this. And I don't know, maybe just across the top here. I'm not sure how much detail we can get away with in the gun. Okay, now I really want to cartoonize this character a little bit more. And I think some ways to do that would be to add bigger shoes. That will help. And give the shoes some color. That might be a good thing too. That's better. I like that. And I wonder if I go into orange for this. That's quite a bit of a hue shift, so I don't know how this is going to look. But maybe... I don't even know if this blue goes enough over. I might switch that up a little bit. Okay. Now let's get a few even lighter tones here. I'm gonna bring the hue back down on these. Go really light. Yuck. Don't like that. I need kind of an in-between, like somewhere here. It's a little bit lighter. I don't know. Like that. It's not dark enough. My values are kind of all over the place, maybe a little. When you get down into the darker values, it's hard to get an in-between. But that's what I feel like I need right now, is some sort of an in-between. A little bit of an in-between these two blues would be nice too. Wonder if I can use the same color. Not quite. That red's the right value, it's just the wrong color. So let's make it blue. Whoa, I want to go. Somewhere more like there. Yeah, that's not bad. This right here feels really out of place, but I think that's needs something in between as well too. Like almost like this should be the color here. And then this should be the in between, but it doesn't feel enough of an in between right now. I think if I lighten it just a tad. Well, that's not feeling too bad. We're really red and blue, like Mario or something. I still got black there, don't I? I think so. Then, if I want the characters to stand out quite a bit more, this we'll have to see how this turns out. Because adding any sort of a dark outline can be... I don't know if I want the elbow to come down like that. It might be too much for this character, like for the size. Might be able to pull it off just coming straight across like that. Pull the gun in a little bit more. I might try that and see. And then I think I'm going to want like a solid line where the character's standing. Yeah, this is still pretty rough, but got a little bit of a shadow there. Anyways, that's not too bad. kind of like the character. Could still probably use some work, but cleanup sometimes takes a long time, and I don't want to sit and clean up this character the entire time while you guys just sit and watch me clean it up, because that can take a while. So I don't know that I actually want to do that. But I might do like a shadowed outline. I'm not sure, just to have the character stand out a little bit, because those are pretty easy to do. You can do an outline. You don't want to lose your shapes though, and I'm kind of losing them there a little bit, but if you're careful, sometimes you can do an outline that's shaded a little bit, and it can look kind of cool. Like that doesn't look too bad actually, what I just did there. And it can help simplify the design a little bit, I guess. Oh wow, I like that. Making the foot kind of more square like that. I think it looks cool with the hat. Huh. Yeah, I'm still messing around with it. It's kind of fun though. The character looks pretty cool. Well, there's still some flaws with it, but I think I'm gonna have to call it good at this point. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it. I will talk to you guys later.